One trait all athletes need is self-confidence. Ask any coach and they'll immediately tell you that they want players who are confident in themselves. Hey there, I'm Eli Straw, mentor performance coach and the founder of SuccessStartsWithin.com. Self-confidence in sports is best described by two words: belief and trust. You must have the belief that you are highly skilled. That's the first part of it. There needs to be an understanding present that you have the physical skills needed to succeed. Think of this as the foundation of your confidence. You cannot have the trust in yourself during games if you don't first have a strong belief in your skills. One thing about true belief is that it's not dependent upon other people. You aren't comparing your skills to others or necessarily needing your coach to tell you that you have high-level skills. You simply have the understanding and belief in your skills that you are good enough to succeed. In addition to belief, self-confidence in sports involves trust. Think about this in terms of the trust you have in yourself to execute during a game. When I'm working with an athlete, I'll often talk about the difference between confidence and understanding, and then also confidence in execution. Confidence and understanding is a lot like belief. It means that you understand that you are highly skilled. But confidence in execution is where you have the trust in yourself that you can apply the skills you've worked hard for during games. So with trust, think about application and execution during games. Now that we've broken down self-confidence into belief and trust, there's one more level we can take it to, and that's the feeling you have when you are performing with high levels of self-confidence. When you have a strong belief in your skills and you have that trust in your ability to execute during games, what you're going to find yourself doing is performing at a high level. And when you do, you're going to want to repeat it. That's where this next aspect of understanding self-confidence in sports comes into play. When you are playing well, there's going to be a certain feeling you have and a mindset you're in. What's interesting about this state is that it's the state that signifies to your brain that you are going to play well. That in turn increases the trust you have in yourself. So when I'm working with an athlete on building their self-confidence, one of the first places that we look is their past good performances. The goal is to identify their peak performance state, because to me, that is what defines self-confidence as a feeling for them. It's the state they're in when they're playing their best. The same is going to be true for yourself. There is an emotional state that truly means that you are performing with confidence. Your aim should be to identify that state and then work on getting into that state moving forward. Knowing what self-confidence is in sports, it's important to also understand all the factors that work against your confidence as an athlete. These are known as the killers of confidence. In all honesty, there are many things that can keep you from being confident, but we're going to focus on the three main ones that I see athletes struggle with: hyper-focusing on mistakes, negative self-talk, and outcome-oriented focus. Hyper-focusing on mistakes happens either during or after games and practices, and is typically seen in athletes who are perfectionists. Hyper-focusing on mistakes doesn't necessarily mean that you are examining your mistakes in a productive way, looking for ways to grow and improve. It means that you are fixating on your mistake and beating yourself up over them. What happens when you focus too much on your mistakes is that it begins to build a self-image where you see yourself as not good enough. Focusing on what you did well is crucial to building confidence because you need that momentum to truly build trust in your skills. But you don't allow that trust to grow if you only ever focus on what you did wrong. This kind of focus is also going to lead to the fear of failure and then performance anxiety, both of which will also lower your confidence going into games. Now, negative self-talk is the other confidence killer. And if you are thinking negatively, this is going to significantly hurt the belief and trust you have in yourself. Negative self-talk can occur anytime, including before, during, and then also after games. Now, leading into a game, negative self-talk will be centered around what may happen, what you don't want to have happen, and then also thoughts of self-doubt. During a game, there are many opportunities to adopt negative self-talk, but one of the most common times is after a mistake. That's when it's the easiest to begin beating yourself up. Now, something very similar happens after games if you tend to have a lot of negative thoughts focused on the mistakes that you made during the game. Over time, this type of thinking will continue to lower your confidence. The third major factor that's going to keep you from playing with confidence is a type of thinking that's focused on the outcome. This is known as outcome-oriented thinking. The reason focusing on the outcome lowers your confidence is because of the fact that most athletes aren't focusing on what they want to have happen. Instead, they're thinking about what they don't want to have happen. This type of thinking is present in athletes with sports performance anxiety. They think about what they don't want to have happen, and then they also are going to worry about making mistakes, which increases the anxiety they feel in the moment. As a result, their confidence drops. By thinking too much about the outcome, you take your attention away from the present moment, which keeps you from focusing on all the reasons that you have to feel confident. Now that you know the three main confidence killers, it's time to go into the contributors to confidence in sports. Earlier, I said that confidence in sports is defined by belief and trust. You need to believe in your skills and then trust in your ability to execute them during competition. So the contributors of confidence are going to be focused on the cultivation of these two areas. Now, there are many small factors that play into your confidence, but to keep things simple, there are three main areas you want to focus on: preparation, experience, and your thoughts. Without training your skills, it's going to be pretty difficult to have high level of belief in your skills. Physical preparation is a key element of building athletic confidence. Without hard work, you're not going to be able to develop the skills you need to succeed. Not only that, but you won't be able to gain the belief in yourself. So you want to make sure that you are training as much as you can to make sure that your skills are second nature. The more comfortable you are with your swing, for example, the more belief you're going to have in it come game time. This increases the chances of you succeeding during the game, which greatly contributes to the next element, experience. To build trust in yourself and your skills, you need the experience of seeing yourself succeed. This is where athletes truly make the leap from simply believing that they're skilled to trusting in their ability to execute during games. Now, this experience can be gained in a few different ways, with the best and the most impactful way being actual success during games. But don't think this means that you can only gain this experience when you have an exceptional game. What matters are all the small successes. Every game and every practice even, there are going to be things that you do well. By focusing on them, you provide yourself with the experience of seeing yourself succeed. Another way that you can gain this experience is through a technique known as sports visualization. It's a powerful way to instill the memory of success. Now, the third contributing element to your confidence as an athlete is going to be your thinking. So what kind of thoughts do you have in the moment? Just as negative self-talk kills your confidence, positive and productive self-talk is going to increase your confidence. You want to make sure that the thoughts you have before, during, and then after a game are working to increase your confidence. You also want to make sure that the thoughts you have on a daily basis are going to do the same thing. The reason your thoughts are so important to your confidence is because it's your thoughts that lead to belief. If you think something enough, it becomes ingrained in your mind as a belief. So, if the aim is to develop a strong belief in yourself and your skills, then you need to be deliberately using your thoughts to do so. Now that you know what confidence in sports is, the killers of confidence, and then also the three main elements that contribute to your confidence, it's time to begin taking steps to improve your confidence for yourself. There are two main ways that this can be done: on your own or with a coach. If you choose to work on your own to build your confidence, I have a few resources that you can use. One is an article that I wrote on the best confidence building exercises for athletes, and the other is a video that I made that walks you through the different tools you can use to build your self-confidence. Links to both of those resources are in the description below. Now, if you don't want to go about it alone, then I offer one-on-one mental performance coaching for building self-confidence. With this coaching, you and I will work together to identify what's currently negatively impacting your confidence, what the main factors contributing to your confidence are, and then come up with a custom plan to increase your self-confidence. To learn more about mental coaching for self-confidence, go ahead and click the link that I put in the description below. If you have any questions about this video or any other sports psychology topic, please leave them in the comments below. If you're interested in one-on-one mental performance coaching or any of the mental training courses that we have to offer, go ahead and click the links that I put in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I wish you the best of success in all that you do.